It's Wednesday night, and it's time for Super Geeked Up! Okay. That was awesome. Welcome to Super Geeked Up, everybody. This is your live weekly geeky pop culture show. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for geeking out with us. We have an awesome show for you tonight. Hey, let me introduce the guests real fast. From Geek Sundry show Signal Boost, we have Eric C. Campbell. What's up, sir?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. That was excellent cheering at the beginning, by the way.
Thank you. Lots of years of preparation.
Yes. From Hero Army, making actually one of them third time, another one second time. So first we have Sam. What's up, Sam? And the awesome sheep onesie. I keep forgetting the actual name of it. I don't know why I can't think of that.
That's okay. Onesie is fine.
Okay. And we have Colen over here as the awesome John Stewart.
Yo.
What's up, Colen? And then we have another awesome cosplayer, first time on the show, Victoria. What's up, Victoria?
Hi.
All right. Cool. Thanks, everybody, for being on. All right, so, guys, on this tonight's episode, we're going to be doing some cool stuff. We're going to be playing one true pairing, so we're going to be doing some fictional characters, romantic pair-ups. We're going to play a game of geeky movie mashup. We're going to take different TV shows or movies, smash them together, see if these guys can figure out what I'm talking about. Lots of geeky news, as always, of course. Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, new Star Trek trailer, Beauty and the Beast trailer just dropped. Lots of stuff to talk about. All right, so first we'd like to kick things off, though, with our geek tweet of the week, which is inspired by Eric's show Signal Boost. So it's and we're going to talk, by the way, more about their shows later on, so hang tight for that. Anyway, the geek tweet is, what's one really cool geeky thing, which could be a movie, a series, a comic, anything really, that you love, that you wish more people knew about, and you want to share with everybody and get them to watch it or read it or whatever it is. So, Eric, I was going to start with you, since this is kind of what you guys do, obviously, every week or every episode on your show. So, what is give me one thing that you wish more people knew about that you love.
It's okay. There's a film series that I adore. I discovered it's part of a trilogy, although the movies aren't really connected. It's just like a series, I guess, but. It's called The Hidden Blade, and it's directed by Yoji Yamada. It's a Japanese. It's a period Japanese film. So if you're like a fan of like the samurai sort of like old school like epic sweeping dramas of like samurai films, it's one of those. But the reason why I love it so much is Twilight Samurai, which was its predecessor, was actually nominated for an Academy Award. So it's The Hidden Blade, the one that I love so much, was nominated for 12 Japanese Academy Awards. Yeah, it's a great film. The reason why I love it is because it tells the stories of samurai who are lower caste, who are like broke. They're not these epic heroes with big fleets and armies at their command. They're like scraping by to try to make ends meet. The Hidden Blade is about a samurai who's trying to raise his children. His wife has passed away, and he's just trying to get by. And it all takes place, of course, during that period where Japan was going through that huge upheaval where the samurai caste was trying to reconcile with the modern era, and it's a great film. There's 3 of them, and I just wish more people knew about them because I think they're absolutely brilliant. But it's one of those things where I don't know if I could ever ask somebody to sit down and watch with me, but I geek out over that crap all the time.
I would 100% watch them with you. Next time in LA, I'm going to show up at your place and watch them.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great film. You have to, of course, it is like... It does have sort of the incredible, like the super cheesy romance going on as well in the film, but I don't know.
I'm okay with that.
I'm down with it.
Yeah.
I'm a Jane Austen fan, so that's probably okay.
Nice. So when did they come out?
I think it was actually early 2000s. I think the Hidden Blade came out in 2004. And then the Twilight Samurai was before that. There's a character in the Twilight Samurai actually who you guys might recognize. He was in The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise.
Oh, I love that movie.
And yeah, he was the main actor of Twilight Samurai is the actor who played that really vicious samurai who beat the living crap out of him and who was like he's so what you learn by watching the Twilight Samurai is he is a phenomenal actor who had a truncated tiny role in The Last Samurai. But he was nominated for an Academy Award, I think, for his portrayal. So it's a great piece of Japanese cinema, and I feel like Japanese cinema sometimes gets reduced to just people who love anime in the United States, or people who just think that it's like wacky, over the top Quentin Tarantino style stuff. And this is really like a historical drama, but it does have sword fighting, really awesome sword fighting. So
awesome,
yeah.
thank you for that great recommendation. I just wrote it down. It sounds awesome. Right up my alley.
Yeah.
So let's. By the way, if you're watching live, thank you very much for watching. You can tweet us your answers at @SuperGeekedUp #STU. We already got some earlier in the week, and we're going to share some of those. But let's go over to Miss Sam. What would your answer to this question be?
I think my answer to that question would be a lot of people haven't heard of this thing called StarKid. It's a YouTube channel, and it's been going on since, I want to say, a little bit before 2008. And they did an entire series of like Harry Potter musicals. They did, oh my God, one called Starship, which is like a play on Starship Rangers and all that kind of stuff. They did Aladdin, which is from Jafar's view. Like, they've done so many amazing musicals, and they make all the stuff themselves, all the sets, all the costumes. Starship's like giant bug puppets, and they write all the music. They do it all themselves, and it's like really amazing. It's actually where Darren Criss, if anybody knows who Darren Criss is, he was on Glee, he was on Broadway. That's where he got his start. He was Harry Potter in a very Harry Potter musical. And that's where they found him. Same thing with Joey Richter, Joey Walker, and all that kind of stuff. Lauren Lopez, sorry. And they're just so amazing. But if you tell people, oh yeah, it's a musical about Harry Potter, they go, really? Another thing about Harry Potter? And I'm like, but life, you know? They have so much to offer. And they started out doing an entire online thing called Little White Lie. And it was an amazing little series that they never continued, which is unfortunate. But it's another thing that, like, I wish I could. I actually am forcing my boyfriend to sit down right now and to watch one of the musicals. I'm like, watch My Beautiful Thing. Enjoy it. You made me watch Star Wars. Now watch this musical.
Well, he's a very smart man, though. If he made you watch Star Wars, that's my kind of guy.
It's his obsession, and I'm very thankful he did, because it was a good couple of weeks. But I think StarKid would be my biggest thing, is to tell people, go watch StarKid, go watch their stuff. It's
awesome.
I think they actually just did a Star Wars parody musical called Annie, A-N-I.
Okay, I get it.
Oh, that's
like
good.
Yeah. That's nice.
That's good. That was overdue.
I haven't watched that one yet, but.
Sweet. All right. Awesome recommendation. On Twitter, coming live, Ryan at Lanier says, 2 answers, Super Geeked Up. All right. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. I think everyone should watch our show.
Right.
And Turbo Kid. Everyone must see Turbo Kid, Mad Max with BMX bikes. It actually came out a year ago, I think, or so. But.
It's on Netflix, I think.
It kind of reminded me of a little Scott Pilgrim-esque, to be honest with you, when I saw the trailer for Turbo Kid. All right. Anyway, let's go to Colin. Colin, what's your answer?
My thing would be The Never-Ending Story.
Ooh.
Yes.
For some reason, there's like so many people that have never seen or heard of Never-Ending Story. It's like my favorite movie.
What?
I'm glad people younger than me actually know about that movie. So that's
Like,
nice.
the greatest movie ever. It's so good.
Childhood.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the last 10 times I've talked to somebody about Never-Ending Story, I had to explain to them what it was. And like,
You don't need those kind of people in your life.
Get rid of it.
The thing that I
maybe
love
those kind of
about
people
that movie.
need me in their life.
Go ahead, Eric.
I was just going to say that the Neverending Story is a choice you can never go wrong with, because of the commentary that it makes about what happens to us when we become adults and sort of leave our dreams behind, and what happens to the world around us. Like, there's so much more complexity than talking puppets and giant rock-eating mountains, and like, there's so much more going on. I totally thumbs the hell up out of that one. That's good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was a kid when that first came out. I still remember watching it when it first came out, and I was so enchanted with that movie.
Yeah.
How about the wolf that's in the fireplace? He was like
Gamork? Yeah.
so terrifying.
Everyone had nightmares about Gamork.
Oh my gosh.
I actually wanted to be Gamork.
Of course you did.
No.
Did you guys see that they just did I just saw this on Facebook. They had gotten. I'm sorry, I can't remember the actor's name, but I think Noah is his name, and he was the yes, who played Atreyu, and they brought him back on set and put him on green screen, and they brought the guy who did the voice of Falcor back.
Alan Oppenheimer.
they put him in his costume and they put him on an animatronic Falcor again, and they did like a shoot of like Atreyu 25 years later.
Dude,
And
that's so sick.
It's so surreal, but it's super easy to find if you look it up on Facebook. It's pretty awesome.
All right, that's what I'm looking up after this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let me share some things that our fans tweeted in. So at Dezzles says the Pokemon games. He's a big Pokemon fan.
Oh yeah.
And
games.
oh wow, Sam's excited. Holy shit!
All right. We have a Pokemon right now.
At Addy the Adipose says, "Oh, that's easy." Haphead. Haphead is actually an awesome sci-fi web series. We've had them on our show before. It is very good. Anna Delman at A Tapper 10 says, "Third Rock from the Sun, early geek brilliance."
Oh man.
Pierre Jason Kelly at Johnny_Arcade, the X-Men arcade game from 1992, my favorite arcade game of all time. I love that game. I played it all the time.
Welcome to your die.
Wait, which character said that?
I think it was White Queen actually.
Oh, the White Queen.
I could be wrong. I think it was White Queen.
They had every like awesome villain in that game.
Or maybe it was the snow guy. I don't remember. It's been a while.
Wendigo?
Yes, Wendigo. Wendigo. I have that game on Xbox and I play it. Oh, you know what? Can I add to that?
Yeah.
I add to his arcade game suggestion. The D&D arcade game, Shadows of Mystera. If you guys ever get a chance, I think it's available for download on the Nintendo Shop, and it's also on, I think it's on Xbox Live, but it's the original D&D side-scrolling arcade game that came out, and it actually had a sequel that's in the package with the game. But it's so much fun. So many quarters spent. So many quarters spent.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna have to buy that.
I could have retired if I had just saved those quarters. So many quarters spent. I had to kill the red dragon. I had to kill it.
Was that the main boss?
No, it wasn't even the main boss. It was just like a side quest you could go on if you wanted to have the Dragon Slayer logo next to your name on the high score table, which I did. I had to have it. Anyway.
Awesome. Also on Twitter, Hunter's Realm says, this was tough, but I would go with British comedies. So he's a big fan of British comedies.
Mm-hmm.
Let me share some other answers in a minute, but let's go to Victoria. What's your answer?
Okay, so mine isn't a web series or anything that you can really watch, but mine's a website. So I don't know if any of you have heard of thisiswhyimbroke.com, but it's pretty much the greatest thing in the entire world. They have everything from nerdy clothing to like shoes, and you can get a giant, you know those giant like old school, I think it's an NES controller, like table that actually works. They have giant tablet tables that actually work. They have like little chia pets that are in the shape of like Bulbasaur, and it has anything you could imagine nerdy related, and it's amazing.
That's all of my money.
And that's why it's called thisiswhyimbroke.com.
No.
Yeah, I'm not waiting till after the show to look that up.
Stay focused. All right, on Facebook, Anthony Davis, who's watching live right now, says the Hadron Gospel Hour, who I actually met those guys. They do a really cool, kind of like an old school radio style broadcast of like a sci-fi, like radio type play.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
And Carlos Ramirez says the Ultraman universe, which I remember Ultraman back in the day. I used to watch that. Paul Renshaw, this is actually maybe my favorite answer that we got. Either Dune or Ice Pirates. Love me some space pirates. A lot of you guys probably don't know this. Ice Pirates was a early mid 80s cheesy sci-fi movie, but it was on all the time on TV, and I watched it a million times when I was a kid, and it was awesome.
I'm sorry. Something just occurred to me. One sec.
Okay. I hope he's gonna get something awesome to show us.
He's going to get an ice pirate. He has one.
He has an ice pirate in his refrigerator.
So this is actually why I ended up writing for Signal Boost, because I'm really obnoxious about this question, and this is the last time I'm going to pipe in, because there's so many awesome things that we all want to share. And this is the last thing I'll say, but I am actually the fan liaison for a sci-fi property that came out in the late 90s, or I'm sorry, early 90s, called Captain Power: The Soldiers of the Future. Does anybody remember that? It was only on for one season.
I don't.
And it was canceled. But I actually have like my Captain Power action figure set.
That's awesome.
They're trying to reboot it, but if you guys know about it, look it up. It's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
Power and the okay.
Yeah. Captain Power and Soldiers of the Future. All right.
Awesome. You don't have to shut up, man. Dude, share away.
If you don't talk, we're gonna have to, and you don't want to get like us singing last time. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam McCollum,
And then we start singing Disney songs, and
I'm
it's a
screwed there.
disaster.
it's all good. All right. So my answer, I have mentioned this on our show before, but there was a movie early 2000s called Equilibrium. And
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've seen that.
With
Yeah.
a guy who shot on the set of Terminator. Yeah, that guy.
Christian Bale. Before Christian Bale became Batman or all that stuff, right? He was in a movie called Equilibrium. It's this awesome sci-fi film about in the future where people take pills to repress emotions. Like emotions are not allowed, basically, to get a peaceful society. And he's what's called a cleric who enforces that. But then, like, he misses his dose one time, and it kind of explores then what happens when he starts to experience emotions. It's really super smart, well-written sci-fi, but it's also amazing action. People compare this to The Matrix at times, the way they did the action scenes. They actually called it gun kata. They came up with a name for, like, how he was fighting with the guns. It's you gotta watch it. It's fucking awesome.
I hated that movie when it first came out.
Really?
I hated it, and because I just thought because it came out so close to the Matrix trilogy that I thought I was ripping it off. But over the years, I've come to realize that it's the Matrix meets Fahrenheit 451. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah,
Yeah, it's one of my favorite sci-fi movies. It's awesome.
it was really cool.
All right, let me share a couple last things, then we'll move on. Alexander Martin on Facebook said the old Witchblade TV show, which I actually seen.
Oh yeah, wow.
It didn't last very long, but I love the Witchblade comics. And he says the Night Angel trilogy by Brent Weeks, which is a fantasy trilogy. Oh, you know it? Cool.
Yeah, I do.
Nice. I got to read it. And then Scorpio Moon, who I think is also watching live right now, says he wished everyone knew what a great comic writer Simon C. Spurrier was. He said he wrote 2 of the best X-Men books he's ever read. So.
Which ones?
Damn it! Now I wish I copied that part.
That's
Scorpio,
okay.
No, hey Scorpio, if you're watching, tweet in live, and I'll share that information.
Yeah,
He
I'd
did
love to
tell me
know.
actually, but now I'm forgetting.
I'd love to know because that's X-Men that's what I was drawn to.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man and X-Men were that was my things growing up, man. I always read.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
was my guy.
Yes, hell yeah.
It was Nightcrawler for me. I don't know why, but Kurt Wagner was my guy. Like him, Colossus, and Kitty were like my 3 favorites. I just like to follow Shadowcat, Colossus, and Nightcrawler around.
Oh, I love Shadowcat.
Yeah, Kitty was awesome.
She is. Hey, so Eric, based on what you said, Ryan at Lanier tweets in, Captain Power is the shit.
Yeah.
Canadian-American production, great show. I had lots of the toys. They interacted with the TV.
They're trying to bring it back. They're doing a reboot called Phoenix Rising. It's been in the works. The guy who originally started Captain Power, Gary Goddard, still owns his own property, which is incredibly rare. So they've been shopping it around. They've got some big names that have like come on board to help them get it like maybe on Netflix. But the thing is there needs to be a lot of fan demand for it. So people have been writing into the Captain Power people saying, hey, we want more Captain Power. And we're like, guys, write Netflix. Tell them you want Captain Power, and then we can get. So yeah, if you ever get a chance, it was ridiculous. It was the most expensive TV show in history of its time because it was the first television show to ever use CGI.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, and it was back during the era of big boy toys where like He-Man and G.I. Joe were really big. But it was also the era where that was dropping because Nintendo had come out and no one was playing with action figures anymore. Everyone wanted Mario Brothers. So they ended up canceling the show because toy sales dipped, and they were like, oh, well, okay. Which is terrible, but yeah, if you get a chance, watch it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Great camp sci-fi. I can't recommend it enough.
Nice. Maybe they'll bring it back. Thank you, everybody who sent in your tweets and your Facebook response to this question. See, I covered everybody, I think, here, right? We all shared our things. Awesome.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to get into One True Pairing in just a minute. Before we do that, though, let me tell you about a couple things, folks. Last week, so we started a new show on Thursday nights, which is a Thursday night Dungeons & Dragons. So we played Dungeons & Dragons live on a site called Roll20. Oh, my God, Sam, are you excited? You play?
We actually just started, a group of my friends that I just started playing on Tuesday nights.
Oh, awesome. That's great.
Oh,
Well, and
sweet.
Eric is a super long-time player. We were talking about this before.
It's my first time really playing, and I haven't died yet, so.
How's my character?
Oh, your character hasn't died yet either.
Mine hasn't either? Okay, good.
Nice. That's great. Well, cool. That's awesome. Maybe you can watch. So, yeah, we play live. We did our first It's a long-term campaign. We started last week, so we're going to do our second one tomorrow. Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. Actually, we did it on Twitch last week, but we're actually going to stream it right on this YouTube channel, their Super Geeked Up channel. And so you go to youtube.com/supergeekedup/live. If you go there, that's exactly where you can watch it. There's a chat on the right side. You can comment along. Actually, last week the DM worked some of the comments into the thing actually from people.
Oh, sweet.
Like a frying pan got involved, and it was really
Wow.
nice. But yeah,
Rapunzel was there, or what?
Rapunzel. Does she use a frying pan?
She does use a frying pan.
Oh, I
It's
didn't
her
know.
weapon
All right.
of choice.
Okay, yes, Rapunzel showed up. Maybe she'll show up tomorrow. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. I just started getting into it, and I love it. So if you can watch, that'd be great. And then our friends at the Retro Reload podcast, I was their guest last week. They're good friends of ours. They've been promoting us, so they go Tuesday nights at 11:30 Eastern at youtube.com/Retro Reload podcasts. You can check them out, please. Last bit of thing before we get on to our games is I'm super excited that a little bit before the show, actually, I found out that the panels I submitted to San Diego Comic-Con were accepted. So we're going to be doing some awesome panels. Thank you. We're going to be doing some awesome panels at San Diego Comic-Con, including, for the first time ever, Super Geeked Up Live we will be doing at the con. I'm super stoked about that. We're going to be doing a web series creators panel again. We did that last year at San Diego. And a very new thing, so I was talking to Eric about this, but we're actually going to do a Beginner's Guide to Dungeons & Dragons panel at the con
that's
as well.
awesome.
Yeah,
That'd be
so we got 3 panels we'll be doing. I cannot say anything really more than that right now. They won't let me say the times or the dates or anything. Well, I can tell you the dates of the con. The con is July 20th through the 24th, okay? And then once they release the schedule, then I can let everybody know exactly when the panels will be and all that good stuff and who will be on it. But yes, I'm super excited. So thank you, San Diego Comic-Con. It's always an amazing time going there. We've been 4th straight year there.
Puppy.
Cool. All right, let's get on to our first game. It's called One True Pairing. How we play this game is we are going to. So Sam is actually going to be our game master / judge for this first round. Yes, and what the rest of us have to do is we have to pick a fictional character from one of these 3 universes, either the Smurfs, DuckTales, or Scooby-Doo. So we'll all pick one character from one of those. Sam will then select her character after we all pick ours. And we're going to have to argue why our character would be the best romantic pairing with Sam's character. And then Sam will decide who made the best argument. Okay?
I'm going to lose.
It's all right. It's all about having fun. Before we get into that, Eric, I have an answer for you. Scorpio Moon for the X-Men of Steve Spurrier, I think is the guy's name. Yeah, Simon Spurrier, excuse me. X-Men Legacy, focusing on Legion, and the last volume of X-Force led by Cable.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm going to check that out.
There you go. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so yes. So we got Smurfs, DuckTales, or Scooby-Doo. So, Eric, who are you picking? What character?
I'm going to pick Gizmo Duck from DuckTales.
Okay, cool. Wait, which one was Gizmo?
He was the cybernetic-looking duck with the one wheel for feet that he drove around on. Yeah.
Okay.
He's got
was he a robot or a person or a duck?
He was a robot. He was a cyborg duck.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought he was awesome.
Cool. All right, Victoria, who are you going with?
I went, obviously, since, I got my glasses here and I'm almost legally blind, I went with Velma from Scooby-Doo.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Velma, all right. Colin.
I went with Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
All right, I'm not picking him then because you just took him. So I think I am going to go. I almost thought that. I was thinking that. I love Scooby-Doo. Is actually probably my favorite character ever. I'm tempted, but I think I'm going to go Scrooge McDuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! In honor of Scrooge McDuck.
Yes. So we have 2 DuckTales, 2 Scooby-Doo. Oh, no one wants Smurfs. Okay. Well, maybe she will though. We'll see what Sam does. Oh, by the way, on Twitter, Matt Furtado at Batman92 says, "Fox, yes, wreck Comic-Con." Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. Matt and his friends, Cody and Anna, actually came out to our WonderCon Super Geeked Up show, which is also run by the folks at San Diego Comic-Con. They were great, so thank you guys for coming out. Oh, and at the Deepu says, "Wow, congrats on the SDCC panel. Thanks, guys. Thank you. You guys rock for watching."
Dude.
Oh, and Anthony, listener's mate, says 8-Bit Eric has a puppy on Super Geeked Up. Yes, he does. Or he did.
Yes, he does.
Puppy.
She's falling asleep.
Oh.
All right, here we go. So we have Gizmo Duck, Scrooge McDuck, Velma, and Shaggy. And Sam, who are you choosing as your character?
The worst part is, as you guys were going down the line, she picked Velma. He picked... I was like, come on, these are all the characters I wanted. I'm going to go with, because we don't have anyone from the Smurf universe, I'm going to go with Grouchy Smurf.
Wait, was it Grump? Oh, it was Grouchy, right? What was
Grouchy.
Yeah, Grouchy. I'm thinking the dwarves.
Yeah, no, it's Grouchy.
Okay, that's a tough one. That's good. It's a good challenge.
I gotta be challenging. Come on.
So we have to all argue why our characters would be the best pairing with Grouchy Smurf. Eric was rubbing his hands in anticipation, so I think maybe I'll let him go first.
Yeah, I was rubbing my hands anticipating how terribly I'm going to fail at this. I'm like, sweet, this is going to be a nosedive. I can't wait. Yeah, I don't know. I think Gizmodo Duck has kind of got that data thing going on for the DuckTales universe. So maybe he'd be a good pairing for Grouchy because he would be able to tolerate him no matter what. He would never take anything personally. And he would also he would be able to do like all of the chores and duties and whatnot. You could totally enforce some slave labor on him.
Oh God.
Yeah, I was debating. I was like, I'm about to go somewhere dark. Should I go? Yeah, go.
That's okay. Go.
Just go. Yeah, I brought slavery into the DuckTales universe. Jesus. What was I thinking?
Why not?
So yeah, that's my pitch. I think that as a cybernetic life form, Gizmo Duck would have the capacity to handle it and be able to treat Lord Grouchy of Smurf. Yeah.
Grouchy of Smurf.
Lord
Grouchy
of Smurf. Yes. So Grouchy Smurf.
All right, let's go over to Colin, and who's arguing for Shaggy, right?
Yes. Shaggy is... Let's face it, Shaggy is the stoner of the gang.
Yes.
And he's always hungry, and he's always eating. Grouchy's probably angry because he's hungry.
He's
Shaggy's
hangry.
down to share food. Most people get grumpy and grouchy because they're hungry. That's a fact. Science.
Science. Uh-oh. He's bringing science
So
into it.
yeah. So food, laughs, and Shaggy makes like plenty of puns. And you can't stay grouchy when you have puns.
That's a fact.
Perfect matchup.
I mean, you kind of had a strong argument in saying that he was a stoner, considering what he would would bring to the table. Yeah.
So listeners may just tweeted in a picture of Gizmo Duck, and I totally
Yeah,
remember
there he
now.
is.
Thank you, Anthony. Great. All right, let's go over to Victoria with Velma.
Okay, so imagine this. So you have Mr. Grumpy Smurf hanging out on the beach. Who would he want to be with the most? Obviously, everyone's digging the glasses and that cute little short skirt that she had going on. So she's super attractive. She's smart. She's obviously the smartest one out of the crew. And who doesn't want to be with a smart girl? I mean, she'd be able to outsmart all of his grumpiness and make him happy because she knows everything. And if she maybe wasn't into the whole blue skin kind of thing, because, you know, he's a Smurf and she's not a Smurf, if she takes off her glasses, she's completely blind, so she can't see how ugly he is anyway.
He's like this big.
It's totally fine. She won't be able to see how small and maybe not so cute that he is, so it's perfect. They're the perfect couple, in my opinion. She swiped right. That's all I'm saying.
That was a really good argument, actually. Though I also like how you had the two characters who I think would be the least likely to ever be on a beach. Dude, she's like so pale.
Glasses and like accidentally wander onto a beach.
I like how Grouchy's on a beach, though. I just feel like the Smurfs would also burn very easily, I feel.
Gotta get that sunblock. SPF 50.
I think we all knew that whoever was going to pick Velma was probably going to win this.
Yeah.
She's attractive.
She's gonna pick only females, so it's a little.
But it's not just only female, it's Velma.
Yeah.
Come on now. And why would I pick Daphne? She's like an idiot.
Oh, poor Daphne.
Smart is the new sexy. Haven't you heard?
Oh no, yes, I agree. But Daphne's still not a bad character.
The two glasses girls take the girl with glasses.
Hey, I can glasses too. I'm
Glasses.
proud of that. Velma's awesome.
Where's that?
Hey man,
Blind
Linda,
is the new sexy.
Linda Cardellini as Velma in the Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Freaks and Geeks.
That's another thing we could recommend. Freaks and Geeks if people haven't watched it. Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
So on Twitter, Tapper10 Anna Delman says, so we came in late and have to know more about the guy in the geekdom heaven with blue lighting because he's clearly awesome. So Colin, I think they're referring to you, sir.
Yeah.
You are clearly awesome. So we're gonna we'll find more about all our guests in just a minute, Anna. Don't worry. Yes, that is him right over there in the geekdom heaven. I think that. All right, so Scrooge McDuck and Grouchy. Okay, so Scrooge McDuck is obviously filthy rich, right? He's probably the richest duck on the whole, I don't know, planet of ducks, whatever freaking planet we're on. Okay, so people say, right, money doesn't buy you happiness, but I don't know, man. If he had all this money, I think Grouchy would be a lot happier than he is right now. He could have whatever he wants, whatever his heart's desire, Scrooge McDuck could provide. None of these other characters can provide that at all. They're going to take him to a beach where he can burn, or they're going to do some other, they're going to make slaves, which is very offensive, I find. So,
Shaggy just wants to get him high and feed him snacks.
Also, yes, they're getting him high. That's a legal activity. He's going to go to jail, all right? So, in most states.
Oh, we're going to jail.
Decriminalized.
So, also, you got Huey, Dewey, and Louie, right, who are just very fun characters. How could you be Grouchy when you have these super fun characters who are always taking you on these great adventures? So that's why I find Scrooge McDuck would be the best choice.
Okay.
You are the 1%.
Well, that's not
argument.
going to help. That's not going to help my argument at all. I don't think. Yeah. So you have a decision to make here, Miss Sam.
I think I would have to go with, and I love my people, guys. I love you. I think I'd have to go with Scrooge McDuck on this.
Holy shit! What?
Well, because as
I didn't think I was going to.
No, because as awesome as Velma is, I love Velma. She's my favorite Scooby-Doo character. But like, I don't see it. He's like 2 inches tall. I love the girl, but that's a little absurd. As far as like the other ones go, I'm like, Gizmo's annoying, and he is constantly tripping over himself and like screwing up, and I feel like that would just make Grouchy grouchier. And Shaggy might be high all the time and hungry, but Grouchy hates everything. Like his literal catchphrase is, I hate this. I hate this. And I feel like if Scrooge and him got together, they're on the same level of I hate everything.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
They could tolerate each other, and then Scrooge can buy him everything. So I feel like that one kind of wins, because they're sort of the same level of I hate the world. So let's hate the world together.
I think Scrooge is a good choice, too, because Scrooge can buy all the other choices.
That's true. He'll just send them, I don't know.
Just
Buy all your friends.
Own them. Plus,
That goes back to the slavery thing. You and slavery, dude. What is this?
I know. Well, I think Gizmo actually works. Gizmo actually works for Scrooge, so technically,
I think so.
Technically, that's already happening. Yeah.
So then you won by like association.
Yeah, almost.
No. I'll take. Well, all right. Yes, thank you, Sam. I'm excited.
Yes.
I won.
Oh my God! I was gonna make a 16 Candles reference. Ducky, remember? He wins by association, and it's Gizmo. It's DuckTales, and there's a joke in there that I can't find, but you can clearly tell that. Okay, we can move on.
No, it's fantastic. Highlight of the show.
Yeah.
All right. We were gonna do one more, but actually we got so much to fit in, and I'm looking at the time, so I think we got to move on.
Okay.
Here's what we're going to do. If you're watching the recorded version or listening to the podcast, we're going to take a quick commercial break right now, but we're going to be back with more geeky news and other games, so we'll see you back right after this. Hey everybody, welcome back to Super Geeked Up. Yes, we have dancing going on. It's very exciting. We've got awesome kids. We're going to talk to them more in a minute. Yeah. First, though, this episode of Super Geeked Up is supported by our super geeky Patreon, Maria Duran and Team KLI. They provide real-time marketing and relationship building that gets results. For more about how they can promote you, your business, or your show, visit teamkli.com. Thank you so much, Maria. Appreciate the support and all the Patreons out there. All right, so let's talk to our guest a little more. Eric C. Campbell from Signal Boost, Geek and Sundry show. He's the writer and co-creator of that. He also wrote for The Flog. So why don't you tell people a little bit more, if they haven't seen it, about Signal Boost?
Well, Signal Boost is a comedy show, first and foremost, where we kind of curate. We have a rotating guest hosts on every 4 episodes. And basically, the hosts, when we set the episodes up, the hosts bring what they love to the show, and they pitch all the things that they want, like we just did, where they want us to know about things that maybe other people don't know about. And even if it's stuff that they do know about, they just want to talk about things that they've always wanted to share. It's show and tell is like a brief summation of it, but it's done. We decided right off the bat that we wanted it to be a comedy show, it just as much as it is show and tell. So it is wacky as hell. Usually our writing sessions is me, Sean Becker, and Marisha Ray sitting at a table just going, hey, you know what would be really stupid? And then we go from there. And that's kind of how it's absurdist comedy, and it's been funny to watch the comment section on YouTube because the first couple episodes people were like, what the hell is this crap? And now everyone's kind of getting it. They're like, oh, okay, it's Zany Madcap. So they're going with it, yeah. So it's fun. It's totally wacky, and I'm still astonished that Geek Sundry is letting us do it, but, there it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super fun, and it's awesome. Like you said, it's awesome to find out about all this awesome geek stuff. A lot of stuff I didn't know about that I've been watching. So
yeah, it's been really fun writing for the hosts because they tell me what they want to boost, and when I'm writing the episode, so I've been getting saturated with all this cool geek culture that I didn't even know was out there. So right now, Taliesin from Critical Role on Geek and Sundry is hosting his round of episodes. And Taliesin has this huge, like, eclectic, really interesting and bizarre sort of, like, fascinations that he's brought to Signal Boost. So everyone's got to – these are some of the best episodes we've done so far, so definitely check it out. It's really good. The episode actually went up today. Oh, wait, no, it's Wednesday. It went up yesterday. It's every Tuesday. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, every Tuesday. Watch, folks.
Yeah.
Or you can just watch it anytime afterwards, too, right? And,
yeah.
What is it? geekandsundry.com/Signal Boost?
I think so. It's on YouTube too. We have our own playlist on the Geek and Sundry YouTube channel. Yeah, so you can find it.
Head over to Geek and Sundry on their site or on YouTube, and you'll find it easily.
Ja.
All right, let's go over to Sam. So Sam and Colen are both part of an awesome group called Hero Army. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. We are a large group of cosplayers, and if you don't know what cosplay is, it's a bunch of adults dressing up like characters from cartoons and popular movies and shows. We have probably about 30+ people who are joined in on our group, and we have probably over 100 costumes that include DC, Marvel, and Disney princesses. We added that last year. And we go to conventions, and we raise money and awareness for autism. We are linked with like Autism Speaks, and we have a couple of other autism people who we join up with in booths, and we do everything for free. We'd never ask for handouts and stuff like that. We go to walks, we go to other events. I know we're doing, a couple of us I think are going to like a food truck thing at the Robin Hood Ren Fair a couple of weeks from now. I know a couple of our people have done birthday parties in the past. We're basically just like a giant family of people that have come together for a good cause and to have a lot of fun. Like, that's basically what we do.
That's awesome. That's super cool.
Sweet.
Colen, anything you want to add to that, or how has that been for you doing that?
Yeah, she's got it.
I was trying to find that. We have 2 events actually coming up really soon. We have a Walk for Autism on June 5th. We have Hero Army. We're going to Massive. We've actually been invited back to Massive Con, and that's on June 25th. We're holding a whole bunch of stuff. We have like a booth. We have like a place where you could take pictures with us. I know that we're going to, a small group of us are going to KidsCon. I'm one of those groups. Colen, you're going to KidsCon too, right?
Yes, I am.
That's in New Hampshire. That's on June 11th, and at the same time, at the same day, we're going to be at the Bluefish game. So there'll be 2 groups in 2 separate places. So we have a whole bunch of cool stuff coming up soon, which you can all find on our Facebook page, which is Hero Army.
Cool. definitely go check that out. Give them a like. Victoria, so you were telling me on the pre-show you started cosplaying about a year ago, right?
Yeah, last year Boston Comic Con was my first convention, and before that I had no idea what cosplay was or really anything. I only hung out with some people from high school. I was in the military before this, so I just moved back home. I didn't really have any hobbies or anything fun to do, so I decided, you know what the heck, I'm just gonna go up to Boston and see what I can find. And I fell in love with it right away. And last year I went to 6 or 7 different conventions in the span of 3 months. So, and that's where I met Colen and Sam, and now we're all best friends, and we hang out all the time. So I've been trying to get to as many conventions as humanly possible. Yay!
That's awesome.
So yeah, I mainly just do it for fun. Yeah, I started doing commissions now, so I don't only work on my costumes, but I'll make costumes for other people. Mainly just sewing stuff. I'm not good at making props.
Very cool. You have a Facebook page, right, for your cosplay?
Yeah, it's facebook.com/torgydoescosplay. So. Sweet.
Sam, Colin, do you have any sites you want to give out for your own, anything you're doing cosplay-wise?
Yeah,
Colin, go ahead.
I would say both of us do our own cosplays on the side. Victoria and I just went to Anime Boston in March together, and that was completely separate. My cosplay page is Remember the Face Cosplay. I try to update, but sometimes I don't.
Sometimes I don't. And Colin?
Mine is Colen P Cosplay. It's Colen. My parents spelled my name funny.
They're going to say they spelled it wrong.
But yeah. And also the group, Hero Army.
Sweet. That's awesome. Very cool, very cool. And by the way, Colin is dressed as the best Green Lantern ever, in my opinion, and also his and Eric's opinion, we found out, which is John Stewart, so that's awesome.
Yeah. I love Kyle Rayner, too. Kyle Rayner was a lot of... That Green Lantern was pretty cool. But John Stewart was my favorite for stuff. Yeah.
Dude, John Stewart on Justice League, which is probably my favorite animated series. Oh my god, so kick-ass.
Literally the best Green Lantern ever.
He's the only Green Lantern I've really ever known, so as far as I'm concerned, that's Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Well, okay, sorry. Yeah. I thought Eric looked like he was about to say something profound.
Oh, I was just having a thought that John Stewart, and this is a big statement coming from somebody who isn't entrenched in DC Comics as much, but I always felt like of all the Green Lanterns that I was exposed to, he was the most noble of them. I mean, they all did noble things, but I always felt like Hal was kind of like the Spider-Man version of Green Lantern. I mean, I know he was Hal Jordan and all, and then Kyle was kind of young and impressionable, but John Stewart kind of embodied no, I'm a mother effing Green Lantern Corps, this is what I stand for, this is what we do. I always liked that about him. I wasn't calling you over here, I'm doing a podcast, go away. Sorry. She heard me.
Colin.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry.
Very cool. No, that's awesome, man. It's great. All right, cool. All right, so those are links for all those folks. We'll give them again at the end of the show tonight. Oh, Anthony Davis, Alicia's made is sending in some cosplay that he's done, which is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle there. Cool. Nice. Thanks, Anthony. All right, cool. So you keep tweeting us, folks, at @SuperGeeked_Up, #SGU. We got Geeky Movie Mashup game coming up a little bit. We're about to go into our Geeky News segment, so we got some cool stuff we're going to talk about. Before we do that, though, if you watch this show regularly, a couple weeks ago, you heard me talk about that. The web series community, which we're a very big part of, unfortunately lost someone who was a very good friend of mine, Carter Mason, from JTS. And there is a fund going on right now to help with the funeral expenses because his girlfriend, unfortunately, has been stuck with paying those costs. So I've already personally donated, but what I would like to do is, so there's a really cool bunch of people who support us on Patreon every month, and we really appreciate that. All this month's money that we bring in Super Geeked Up from Patreon, I would like to donate to that fund for the funeral, as long as that's okay with you guys who give us that money. So I just want to let you guys know that's what we're going to be doing to help him out. And if you can help out anybody watching, that would be greatly appreciated by me personally because he was a good friend of mine. I'm about to send out a tweet out link right to the GoFundMe link. It's also on the front page of our website as well. You can easily get to it there. And again, anything you can give would be awesome, or even if you could share it, that would be awesome too. So thank you guys. All right, so let's go into geeky news. And so we talked about this as well a week or two ago, I think a couple weeks ago. on the show. So Spider-Man: Homecoming. So another reboot once again of Spider-Man. We talked about how Michael Keaton was rumored to be playing the villain. Then it seemed like talks fell away, and they went to other people. But now they come back, and it looks very likely now that they are going to sign Michael Keaton on to play the villain in this movie. Any thoughts from you guys about if that's cool or not, and what villain you might like to see him play?
Oh man, I don't know. But when he came back in RoboCop, that was amazing. I loved him as the villain in RoboCop. I'm trying to think of what villain he could play.
I don't know what villain he could play, but can I just say Beetlejuice? Can we just talk about how amazing he was in that movie?
Yeah, we come for your daughter, Chuck.
So good.
I love that movie. Okay, real quick. I saw a movie poster for Beetlejuice 2 on Facebook yesterday, but I don't know if it's fake or not, but it looks amazing.
They are making it, and Winona Ryder's coming back, and so is Michael Keaton, and he's being Beetlejuice again, and I am very, very, very excited about it.
I want that movie to open with just him still sitting in the waiting room.
Yes.
I just want him to be sitting there with his friggin' number in his small head, just still sitting there. More than anything, so, yeah.
All right.
I don't know who he could be in the Spider-Man. What do you guys think?
I would love to see a villain we haven't seen yet, because I was so unsure about the whole thing, and then when I saw him in the new Captain America movie, I was like, okay, this kid is perfect. I'm now excited to see this Spider-Man movie.
Hmm.
I think he'd make a good Vulture.
Vulture?
Oh, interesting.
We haven't seen Vulture.
We haven't. And Michael Keaton's old now.
He is old.
And he played Birdman, right? So he could do both.
Yeah,
He did. He was Birdman.
He doesn't seem to be very opposed to feathers.
Yeah.
All right, that'd be interesting.
Huh.
The one
I kind of
person
wouldn't mind seeing Kraven, but I don't think he would be playing Kraven the Hunter. That doesn't make sense to me.
I think I saw a rumor that they were talking about the possibility of bringing Kingpin into Spider-Man from Daredevil.
That would be awesome.
But I don't know if he would fit, because the tone they built in Daredevil is like R-rated. You know what I mean? Like Kingpin is he's Tony Soprano on crack. He is terrifying.
Well, I don't know. Now all these movies are, since Deadpool came out and that was rated R and like that did so well, I feel like all the other movies are now like, it has to be rated R, it has to be rated R so it can do as good as Deadpool. So they could.
I don't think Spider-Man will never be rated R though. That's not.
Oh yeah, because they have a 12-year-old playing Spider-Man now.
He is my favorite Spider-Man, and that's saying a lot because Andrew Garfield was awesome. But
I did love Andrew Garfield too.
I like both Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. But
I didn't like Tobey Maguire.
I wasn't that. Tobey Maguire's cool. I just didn't like him as Spider-Man. But I like this kid.
Pleasantville.
Yeah.
All right. So Anna Delman just tweeted out. I think she did this before. She tweeted out a picture of Michael Keaton's face on the Vulture's body. So I just.
Oh my God! I have to see that.
I just retweeted it. You go to the Super Geek Up account to see that.
Wow, that was speedy.
Oh yes. Here's the best answer. Sasha at her weirdness says Mysterio. I agree. Mysterio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
Mysterio.
Nice call. Good call on that, yeah.
And Batman92 says he thinks it's legit. He is playing the Vulture. Well, all right, we'll see. I would love to see Mysterio.
As long as there's no Norman Osborn, because I'm tired of seeing the Spider-Man franchise.
We can retire that now.
Let's move on here. More Marvel movie news. Thor Ragnarok, third in the Thor movies. So some casting news here. We got Cate Blanchett, who's going to be new villain Hela. Jeff Goldblum is going to be in the movie as the eccentric Grandmaster. I'm reading Marvel's press release here, basically. Tessa Thompson, Valkyrie, and Carl Urban as Scourge. So there's some new people. Any thoughts on that? I don't know a lot about the Thor characters, unfortunately, but
I support any casting that involves Carl Urban.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, because I remember seeing him in Pathfinder, which was just a wretched movie. But then all of a sudden he came out in Star Trek and did such a shockingly good Bones that it was but Dredd was like, I know we can acknowledge Lord of the Rings and everything, but I think Dredd was Carl Urban's finest hour.
Oh, was he the latest Dredd?
Yes, and look, I was resistant to that film. It had no right to be as good as it was. It had no right to be as good as it was. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm excited about Kate Blanchett though, because I'll see any movie with her in it. She's amazing.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Tessa Thompson. She was so dope in the movie Creed. I don't know if you guys checked it out or not.
No, I haven't seen Creed yet.
I
can't believe I haven't seen it yet.
If you like the Rocky movies, you'll love Creed.
I know.
Good.
I'm desperate to see it. It looks
Like,
good.
I own it on DVD. Like,
I'm gonna own it. I want to buy it. It looks so
Just
good.
send it to us.
like,
Yeah.
like I paid to see it in theaters and then paid to watch it at home again. That good.
Nice.
I think I'm just excited for new characters because I love to see all of the characters in the universe, and they're bringing back Loki, and he's sort of Tom Hiddleston's my love.
My sisters love too. Yeah.
I love
A lot of
him.
women.
See, I feel that way about Jeff Goldblum, which is a very unpopular opinion. But
That's a great. I think that's awesome. I love that you said that.
He can just talk smart to me all day. So obsessed.
Have you been catching him in Portlandia?
Yes.
Oh, I love it so much.
I love him because he's actually a genius. Like he's a genius IQ in real life. He's so smart.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a friend that does jazz music with him once a month.
Oh my god, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, me too. She was always posting pictures of them, like he's playing piano and singing with her. It's like,
oh my gosh, I would watch him play piano all day. Let me tell you.
He was
Nice.
great in Life Aquatic. I loved him in that movie.
Mhm.
On Twitter, at her weirdness says, "I love Thor. Thor, yes. Thor, yep. Thor, me." Big Thor fan there.
He's a Hemsworth brother. Who doesn't want to see him?
Let's see. Okay, and Maria Duran, who I mentioned earlier, who supports us on Patreon, she says, "Bahaha, I finally made it." So yes, thank you. She hasn't been able to watch live in a long time. Thank you, Maria. That's great that you're watching live.
Yay!
Thank you, everybody who's watching live. All right, we got two trailers to discuss in a minute, but first let me mention one of the coolest marketing things I've seen in a long time. X-Men Apocalypse comes out this weekend, actually, which I'm excited about. I love the X-Men movies. They did this 80s era X-Men commercial with Jubilee.
So good.
Doing the spot for mutants to come and join Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters if you feel out of place and you're,
I called the number.
I did too. And hey, Eric, what do you hear when you call the number?
You hear a very familiar old man's voice, who we all know and love, who is responsible for creating the X-Men.
Yes.
He thanks you for calling Xavier's School. And did you leave a message? Out of curiosity?
Wait,
apparently,
I thought I just hung up on you. I thought.
See, that's what I thought. I heard that you can actually leave a message and they'll send you a postcard. But I don't know if that's true.
Oh. I think maybe people. I think maybe they're being sneaky, but I want to try it anyway.
I gotta go watch this trailer.
Oh my gosh! At the end.
Stay focused on the show first.
It will make you want to go back and play the X-Men arcade game.
Yeah.
The cameo at the end was just perfection.
Yeah.
So go watch it. I can tweet it out later too, but it's amazing. It's so good. It's so good. All right, let's talk about some trailers now. Okay, so Star Trek Beyond released a new trailer. So it's the third in the reboot of the Star Trek series. I have some strong feelings about the reboot, but I'll let you guys go first.
I'm fascinated to hear that because Star Trek is that's my thing. Like I know everyone. I have in the past just to fan the flames of rage. I have incited the Star Trek versus Star Wars conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth of the matter is I love them both equally. Except
me too.
No, I kind of love. I say that, but I actually think I love Star Trek more.
Oh, okay. I'll go slightly Star Wars if I had to choose, but yeah, I love them both.
But I'm so deeply passionate about Star Trek because it was one of the first things my grandfather ever gave me, and it was a VHS tape with Star Trek 1, 2, and 3 recorded from HBO, and so it's Star Trek is incredibly personal to me, and I love it so much. So I might have the same strong feelings you do about the reboot.
Okay.
I will say that the new trailer was a lot more palatable than the first one. The first one even had Simon Pegg going, yeah, that's not what our movie is. The Beastie Boys. I'll salute anything with the Beastie Boys, but what the hell? It wasn't Star Trek.
Before Eric and I get into it, because I think we
Yeah.
What do you guys think about it?
I haven't seen any of them, so I have no opinion.
See, I'm a huge Trekkie. I've seen all of them. My dad, it was me and my dad's thing. I've never been much into Star Wars. I actually have seen all of them, but I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I don't really like Star Wars that much. So sorry to everyone out there that I just offended their ancestors. But I didn't like the Star Trek movie that came out before this one, so I probably won't like this one, but I just really like looking at Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto. So I am going to go see the new one just because they're very nice to look at.
That's totally fair. Yeah, look at my wallet. This is my wallet, just so you know.
Yes.
That's my wallet. Oh, he's going to go get something now.
I had to show my wallet now, too.
He's going to show his wallet.
What do you think?
He doesn't know.
Colin, what do you think about the trailer?
I haven't seen it yet. I was never really a Trekkie.
All right, good enough. By the way, so he had I have the Star Wars wallet. He has the
Nice.
Yeah.
Sam, well, you already said, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Eric, it's you and me.
Yeah.
So go ahead. I'll let you go first.
I confess, I was being that jackass fanboy who was calling it Star Trek or Fast Trek and Furious when I saw that first trailer. I remember being at Stanley's Kamikaze Expo, and they had LeVar Burton on the main stage, and they were asking him what he thought about the reboots. And just like a lot of us, we liked the first film quite a bit, actually, because it didn't nullify the original series. Mm-hmm. It ties it all in. It makes it, and it gives us a fresh perspective. It is cool, and but LeVar Burton said something that I loved because I could not put my finger on what was bugging me. And it was happening during a time where I was starting to fall more and more in love with Doctor Who, and I began to realize the reason why is because Doctor Who was giving me my Star Trek fix, and I couldn't figure out why that was. And then it clicked. LeVar Burton said it best. He said, "I like the new movies, but where's the hope?
Yeah.
Where's the hope for the new future, and where's the the idealism and the humanity and all that stuff?" He's like, "They're really fun to watch, but he didn't see the things that make it classic Trek." So that's the stuff that the adventure aspect, not because people, I think, like the new movies just feel like they're jam-packed with action, but not so much adventure. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's not so much flying into the unknown. And everything feels like it's sped up. I mean, they definitely have their perks and whatnot, but I'm a little forgiving on it because I just like Star Trek. If I can get Star Trek, I'm happy. But I feel like I'm drinking Crystal Pepsi. with the new Star Trek films. Like, I know I'm drinking Pepsi, but I wouldn't have known that if you hadn't told me I was drinking Pepsi. That kind of thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, I am pretty much with you. That is very insightful of LeVar Burton. You're right. And I also like the first one, and then not the second one. But yeah, you're right. It's missing hope. It's missing. All the Star Trek series, I think, do this great exploration of social issues, right? And and that's just non-existent.
No, it doesn't exist.
And you're right. That's not Star Trek that I grew up with, or even when I was older. And that's not Star Trek to me. That's not what I want. That's what I'm hoping is not going to be what the new series is. I hope they get back to more of the basics.
Yeah. There is one thing I'm deeply grateful for. It was Leonard Nimoy's last moments as Spock in the previous movie. And what I loved is, thing is after Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, we never heard from Khan again. We never even heard, because he was dead, obviously, but we never heard about that incident at all, even though the repercussions followed us through the rest of the Star Trek films. Now, it was only referenced very, very briefly in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, when Spock says, kind of as an aside, "I've been dead before." And that's it. What I loved about Star Trek Into Darkness is you actually got to see what Spock thought of that whole incident in Leonard Nimoy when they asked him, "Have you ever do you know of anybody named Noonien Soon?" And that look that came over Leonard Nimoy's face, it was just great. It gave me chills because you get to see what Spock actually carried around. Maybe there was even some trauma from that whole event that took place when he died saving the Enterprise and coming back to life. I loved that moment because it literally felt like I had stepped back into my childhood and I was looking into the future, talking to the Spock who lived it already. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm grateful for every scene Leonard Nimoy is in those movies. And I get weepy when I see him on screen.
Understandable.
Yeah. So anyway.
On Twitter, Batman92 says the new trailer makes it actually look like a Star Trek movie. The first one didn't. First trailer, I guess. Like I think what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's much more in sync with it. It's not quite there, but it's much more in sync. I trust Simon Pegg. He helped write it. So he's a huge Trekkie. So I'm really excited to see what he did.
I'll be honest with you. I thought this trailer looked like shit.
You're like, that's nice, Eric, but this is crap. So.
No, I'm glad you like Joey. That's great. There should be
right.
Wow, man, yeah, I really, I'm not looking forward to it.
I understand. Believe me, I'm giving it a lot of benefit of the doubt. Yeah. I really am.
Hey, so I think a friend of yours, though, who I was tweeting earlier, tweets in. He's watching live. RB Lemoyne says, I have that same Star Wars wallet, excellent taste, and then he tweets in, sorry, 8-Bit Eric, nothing to get your Star Trek wallet. So, yeah.
Star Wars wallet. Oh, yeah. Robert Lemoyne is my old roommate. So he's probably going to get his ass kicked in Overwatch tonight for tweeting me that crap.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a throwdown on Overwatch now.
Anyway.
We have one more trailer to talk about, then we got Geeky Movie Mashup. But Eric, do you need to scoot on out of here? I know you had a time.
I got a few more minutes. But then I got to take a dog out.
Okay.
She's jumping.
All right, so let's talk Beauty and the Beast. So just yesterday, I think, Beauty and the Beast, the live-action version. The live-action version. Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah. I'd watch that one.
Yeah, it's an interesting retelling of it. Retelling of the animated movie, which is one of my favorite animated movies, actually. Emma Watson. So here's an interesting bit of news before we talk about the trailer. It got more views in the first 24 hours than any trailer ever, topping The Force Awakens, which blows my mind that happened.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not,
so anyway,
I'm not surprised.
What do you? I thought the trailer was fantastic. But Sam? What do you? I know you're a big fan of Disney.
I love Disney. I'm looking forward to it a lot. I'm looking forward to seeing another live action. I think Beauty and the Beast is wonderful. I've seen it on stage done, and it was really well. I'm curious to see how they're going to do the Beast. Like, are they actually going to make him a beast? Mm-hmm. Are they just going to make him like a half animal creature? Like, are they just going to try to make this pretty boy have like a fake nose? Is it going to be like beastly? Like, I don't know. I think I'm also really, really excited to have Ian McGregor sing again.
Mm-hmm.
So excited. After Moulin Rouge and he disappeared, I was so sad. My only thing that I had a problem with, and actually my sister pointed out, I didn't even think about it myself, was that, Beauty and the Beast is set in France, and in our version, in the Disney cartoon version, it's done in an English accent, like a normal accent for us, American accent, because that's what the audience was. But they let her do her British accent, and I'm sort of thrown off.
Oh no!
Why did they actually have her do a French accent? Now she's British, and I'm like, I don't get it. She's supposed to be French. So that's my only complaint with it so far.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. They always pick British accent for anything that's not like.
She's French.
Anything European is British now.
Like the show, what the hell is it? Rain, which is set all in France. Everybody speaks with a British accent.
Mm-hmm.
Give her the French accent.
I'll be honest. I don't really. That doesn't bother me at all, though.
That threw me off about Ever After, the Drew Barrymore movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? I was like, they're in France. What the hell country are they in? Like, everyone was English, but they were all French. But I was like, oh, okay, whatever.
All right. I thought it was a great teaser trailer, though.
Yeah.
That looked great. I love this. It's Alan Menken is actually coming back to do the score. Who did the score of the animated movie?
No kidding! I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So the music was just perfect. I thought in this trailer. Like, I was like, oh my god, it's so good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I also can't wait to see how they make them into like the things. Like, are they going to make them life size? Like, what are they going to do?
Oh, they're like the Lumiere and all those guys and.
Cogsworth.
Yeah.
That will be interesting to see, because we only heard their voices in this one.
And I've seen it done on stage and done by high schools, so like I'm really dying to see how they do it.
Any other thoughts on Beauty and the Beast trailer?
Yes.
What are they?
Come on, Beast.
This looks so amazing. I'm super excited for Luke Evans as Gaston and Josh Gad as LeFou. Like, that might be, like, the perfect casting choice ever. Like, the most perfect. Like, I can't think of a better LeFou than Josh Gad. I'm
All right,
a really
awesome.
big
I won't argue with
that. I am the beast. If you're lucky, I might start singing again. I
No,
don't.
God.
Uh-oh. We had the Latin last time.
I want adventure in the great white somewhere.
Beautiful.
Sing.
Beautiful.
Wait,
Thank you.
are we gonna sing? Wait, are we gonna sing?
No, I would never. Yeah, she's like, yes, we are. Everybody,
Sammy, are we gonna sing? Wait.
All right, you could do a little do a little bit if you want.
Okay.
You two, you and Sam if you want.
She glanced this way. I thought I saw. And when we touched, she didn't shudder at my paw. No, it can't be. I'll just ignore. But though she's never looked at me that way before.
That's really good.
That was awesome.
You sound like a beast.
Sam, go ahead, Sam.
I want adventure in the great white somewhere. I wanted more than I can tell. And it would be grand to have someone understand. I want so much more than they've got planned.
Good morning, Belle.
Yeah! That was awesome, guys. That was awesome. All right, so they did Aladdin last time. They did Beauty and the Beast, man. Like every time.
And I sang Darth Vader the last time I was on.
Yeah.
She sang Darth Vader.
It's weird.
Awesome, thank you guys. That was fantastic. You guys nailed the characters. On Twitter, Herbrainer says, live action virgin. Yeah, she liked my mistake there. And Anna Delman says, why, how, what? I don't know what that's a response to, Anna, but please tell me. All right, let's see. So that's, yes, all right, there we go. That's our geeky news. We're going to take one last commercial break. If you're watching the recorded version or listening to the podcast, we'll see you back right after this. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Geeked Up. Yeah, we got one last segment to do, geeky movie mashup. Eric, so what do? You staying around? You got to go? Either way's fine. I don't want to.
Yeah, I unfortunately got to bail.
All right, get out of here, you jerk. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so.
No, actually, before you go, first off, thank you so much for being around, man.
Yeah, thank you.
We got to talk more about Star Trek later on.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be
a Comic-Con. We got to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll just have to find a spot at Comic-Con. Oh, my God, can you imagine having that conversation at Comic-Con, though? I mean, it would start a riot, like if somebody overheard. That would be like the San Diego riots of 2016 started because you and I started talking about Star Trek. Like, I already know what's going to happen.
We're the cause of it.
We should just, I mean, that would happen. You just get to one end of the floor and start screaming Star Wars, Star Trek, Star Wars, Star Trek, and just watch faces melt and fires burn. And yeah. Yeah. It would be like.
There you go, folks. That's what you got to look forward to at San Diego Comic-Con this year.
Death! Lots and lots of death. The White Walkers will be envious of what we're going to do.
Oh, gosh.
I can't wait to read that on the news.
So once again, folks, though, check out Signal Boost on Geek and Sundry's site or on the YouTube channel for Geek and Sundry. Eric is the co-creator and writer of it, and it's super awesome, and it's funny, and you're going to also find out a lot of cool geeky stuff you probably don't know about that you should check out.
Yeah!
And he is at 8-Bit Eric, that's the number 8 on Twitter, right? So people can follow him there.
Yeah, not to be confused with the 8-Bit Eric show. There's another guy who does his own YouTube channel, which I think is cool. I've never actually seen it, but he does like video game stuff. But I'm just at 8-Bit Eric. Yeah.
Awesome. It's a great Twitter. Your buddy, RB Lemoyne, by the way, says, we'll settle this in Overwatch. Grenade launcher at 50 paces, so he's ready for you.
He's a real fan of that character. I'm gonna get Winston to jump all over his ass, so we'll figure this out. We're gonna settle this.
We'll report back, folks, on who wins the
all right, cool.
All right, thank you so much for coming on, man. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks, guys. Bye, everybody.
Bye. All right, so that is Eric C. Campbell. All right, we're going to do one last game, though, which is called Geeky Movie Mashup. Okay. Now, so one of you, though, unfortunately, is going to be on a team by yourself because there's only 3 of you now. But that's okay. So,
Boys and girls.
Oh, boy versus girls?
I was going to say, I haven't seen a lot of geeky movies,
okay.
so...
She's throwing out all right, I'm down with that. She's throwing down the gauntlet right away. So, let's go. Team 1 is then Sam and Victoria, and Team 2 is Colin.
Yep, I got this.
All right, he's very confident.
I have
probably
a
does.
Probably got this.
I have a bat suit. Of course I got this.
Do you have a bat suit?
It's behind me.
Oh, shit, it is. You're right. That's great. Sweet.
Sorry,
nice,
the
very
Harley
nice.
hammer's down the hall.
I don't
Ooh,
have
okay.
any weapons other than my pyramid head sword, and that doesn't count.
All right, that's all right. You won't need weapons in this game. Charles Churchill on Twitter says, watching live now, loving the panda vision. Does that mean Sam? She's not a panda.
It's a sheep.
She's a sheep.
I wasn't even close.
Well, maybe it means something else, though. I don't know. Fine. They're all animals.
Bah. Little bell.
All right, so thank you guys if you're watching. Oh, and Anna said her what how was more trailer views than The Force Awakens. That's what she was shocked by. I know. Who would have called it, right? It's cool, though. All right, here we go. This is how this game works. So it's called Geeky Movie Mashup. Usually it's just movies, but I've also worked in TV shows this time, too. I am going to take two movies or two TV series, or maybe a movie and a TV series, two different things, and I'm going to smash them together in one description, okay? So I've taken like the plot or log line from two different movies or TV shows, and I've made them into one description. And you have to identify both of whatever the movies or TV shows I'm talking about are, okay, to get the full point.
Gotcha.
All right. These are all, just the theme this show is 90s movies and TV series, okay?
Ooh.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So clear up on that. Play along at home, folks. At Super Geeked Up, hashtag SGU. You guys are usually great at getting these correct. However, you guys do not look at Twitter right now, please, to get sneaky answers.
Audience is on my team.
Can check.
All right.
Yeah,
By the way, Batman92 says, a sheep, we were thinking it was either a tauntaun or a sky bison.
I'm Appa.
You need an Appa! You need an Appa!
I would love it if it was a tauntaun, actually, for Star Wars. That'd be fantastic.
Can we please do an Avatar: The Last Airbender group? Please!
I'm good.
I want to be Momo.
All right, cosplay is being planned right now. All right, here we go. So this is for Sam and Victoria.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
As I'll ever be.
Okay. So here is your first description, and you'll have to identify both the things here I'm talking about. Cute bears who get incredible bouncing powers after drinking a special juice enlist the help of a high school girl super spy and her clumsy sidekick and his naked mole rat.
Obviously, one of them is Kim Possible.
The other one's
What?
Gummy Bears.
Yes, Gummy Bears and Kim Possible. You got it.
I love
Someone's like,
that.
this is easy. All right, 1 point for them. You guys need a team name. Come up with a team name for me, both of you guys. Colin, you too. All right, anyway, let's go over Colin. All right. All right. That's right. Just think about it. Think about it. What is it? The Sky Bisons. How about you can be the Sky Bisons?
It works for me.
Did Sammy freeze?
Sam!
She
I'm
is kind of
sorry.
frozen.
Oh,
she's
she's
back.
back.
She's back. All right. Here we go. Colin, here's your one. First one. A famous outlaw in Sherwood Forest and a group of teenagers who love eating pizza band together to defeat the evil sheriff of Nottingham who wants to call off Christmas.
Call off Christmas. Well, I know one is Robin Hood.
Okay, and the thing about Christmas is a specific line. I need you to tell me the exact Robin Hood movie it is.
Is that the one with Kevin Costner?
It is. What's the title?
Kevin Costner, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yes, you got it. One of my favorite
Many
movies,
types.
actually.
What's
the other one?
The other one.
A group of teenagers who love eating pizza.
Ninja Turtles.
Yes, Teenage
Yeah.
Mutant Ninja Turtles. Good job. All right, 1 point each. Let's go back to the ladies here.
My team name is Gryffindor.
Gryffindor?
Yes.
Okay.
1 point Gryffindor.
Okay, so Sky Bisons. A group of criminals have to battle their way through a ridiculously huge tornado as they try to figure out the identity of Kaiser Sose. You might not get this one.
Literally having a foggiest clue.
Wait,
Let's see if
repeat it again.
Yeah, you might get one of them at least. A group of criminals have to battle their way through a ridiculously huge tornado as they try to figure out the identity of Kaiser Sose. By the way,
I
on
got
Twitter,
nothing.
Ryan at Lanier says, you can do an Avatar cosplay group, but only if I can be the cabbage vendor. My cabbages!
Deal. So deal. All day.
You're in, Ryan.
Oh my god, the only band of I'm thinking Suicide Squad, but
No, but it's 90s.
I know.
So how about this? Do you know about the huge tornado? Which one that might be?
All I can think of when you say huge tornado is Wizard of Oz.
I knew I was going to probably go that way,
I
unfortunately.
was thinking Sharknado, but that's new.
It's not 90s.
All right. Colin, any idea for a steal?
Well, I know the tornado one is Twister,
Yes. Very good.
because that movie was so fucking awesome.
Never seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it like once.
Oh, okay. So I Twitter got it. I'm going to read in a second, but do you got the other one or no?
I don't have the other one.
Okay, so both Scorpio Moon and Batman 92 got it correct. It's Twister and the Usual Suspects.
I've never even heard of
So
the
Usual
I've never heard
Suspects.
of either of them.
Usual Suspects. It's one of not Brian Singer. Yeah, Brian Singer, who did the
Usual
X-Men movies.
Suspects.
One of
Wait,
his
yeah.
first movies. It's one of the best films you'll probably
the one
see.
with
It's
Vin
amazing.
Diesel?
It's an amazing movie. What?
Is that the one with Vin Diesel?
No Vin Diesel.
Okay.
It's an amazing movie. I
Never
cannot
mind.
recommend it enough.
My bad. Ignore me.
No, it's fine.
It's like half
okay,
the point.
here we go. No, nobody got a point.
Oh.
I get half
I
a
guess
point.
I could give him half a point. I could give Colin half a point.
He gets
Right.
half a point because
Yeah.
he got
All right.
Twister.
That's cool. All right, I'll give him half a point. All right, back to Colin. A duck with a superhero alter ego who dresses in
Okay.
purple investigates a boy who complains about seeing dead people all the time.
Boom. Sixth Sense, Darkwing Duck.
Yes!
Let's
Very
get
good.
fucking dangerous, because I see dead people.
But, yeah.
I love that show so much. I was sad, though, that the supposed reboot was just a rumor I read, and it's not actually happening.
Oh.
All right, back to Sky Bisons. So it's 2.5 to 1 right now. Gryffindor's in the lead. All right. After
Yes,
a man.
Yes, they are.
Oh man, I wonder if I should switch these up a little bit. You guys might have the harder ones. Let me see about
Yeah,
this.
thanks.
I'm gonna give you one of Colin's then to make it a little fair.
Okay.
A bumbling detective who uses a lot of gadgets becomes the new principal of Bayside High, replacing Mr. Belding.
Oh,
one's
it's so
Inspector
easy.
Gadget.
Obviously, Inspector Gadget.
Yep. Principal
one,
of
like-
Bayside High, replacing Mr. Belding.
Is it Saved by the Bell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And I've never seen that before in my life.
Man, go you.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite shows ever. Good job. All right, Colin, here you go. Keep playing along on Twitter, folks. At Super Geeked Up, hashtag SGU. I'm going to see actually how people are doing here. Yeah, pretty good. They're getting some good answers. Thanks for sending it in. Oh, and Maria Durant says, I love The Usual Suspects. Kevin Spacey was awesome. Yes, he was. That is an amazing performance Kevin Spacey does in that movie. And excuse me, her weirdness says, Darkwing Duck and Sixth Sense. You got it right, too? Okay, here we go. Colin, after a man goes in to get virtual vacation memories and discovers he may not be who he thinks he is, he travels to Mars to pursue a mysterious woman who likes to dress in a trench coat and fedora the same color as that planet.
Okay, so one is Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, and
Yep.
the other would have to be Total Recall.
Yes,
My boy
Colin is on
Arnold.
fire here.
I
Well
really
done.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I also like Will Sasso's Snapchat impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger. You guys should check it out.
Nice. I saw all sorts of movies, man, back in the day. All right, let's see. Oh, people got Inspector Gadget, Save by the Bell on Twitter. Charles Churchill, Sasha at her weirdness, great. Okay, it's 3.5 to 2, so Colin's in the lead. One more each, okay?
Okay.
There you go. You guys, let's see. An FBI agent switches faces with a ruthless criminal he's been pursuing for years, and the only way he can stop him is by teaming up with a group of teenage girls who like to dress in short skirts and are named after planets.
Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon, yep. Colin, quiet. It's not your turn.
Sailor Moon. Ba-da-da-da.
Oh.
All right, I also want to give you bonus points for doing that.
We get
I
half
know
a
the whole
point.
theme song. It's a problem.
All right, you got Sailor Moon, but you need the other one. FBI
FBI
agent switches faces with a ruthless criminal he's been pursuing for years. As a hint, it's a John Woo movie.
That really doesn't help at all.
All right,
I
that's
don't
not
know
at all.
what that is.
All right, so you got a half point for that.
Yay!
Colin, do you know the other one?
Yeah, the other one's Face Off.
Yeah, he said he broke up a little bit. He said Face Off, right? Oh my God, we're losing Colin, but he said Face Off. I'm pretty sure, so we're gonna give it to him.
Never heard of that one either.
Oh, it's an awesome movie. John Travolta, Nicolas Cage. It's an awesome action movie. John Woo is like the master of action. All right. Colin, do a test for me. Can you say something? Oh, what a bummer. Yeah, you're all staticky. Sorry, we can't hear you. Try exiting out and coming back in. All right, here. I'm just gonna give you guys the last one just for the hell of it and just for Twitter. Okay. I think Colin's already won, to be honest with you. He's got 4 points. You got 2.5, so Colin wins. Colin already
Even if we win this one.
All right, here's the last one, though.
We held our own, girl. We held our own.
Here's the last one. 2 criminals wind up in a vampire-infested bar in Mexico and then have to keep repeating the same day over and over again as they wake up to a bunch of snow outside every day.
All I can think of is that one Supernatural episode where Dean dies.
No, it's Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day is one of them.
And the other one just came out. It's a new movie. I swear to God, it just... No, I don't know what that
was. It's a new TV show based off of the movie from the 90s.
See, the only vampire movie I know from back then was Interview with a Vampire.
That's good. I'm sure Colin knows it, but Colin, type it in the chat if you can. There's a chat on your upper left of your screen, and then I'll read it off. I bet he knows it. And let's see. People on Twitter, by the way, Face Off and Sailor Moon, they're all getting it. Charles, Sasha, Maria, everybody. Chris Halley, thank you for watching. Awesome. All right, so, okay, actually, Chris Halley just got it. From Dusk Till Dawn is the movie.
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez, Quentin Tarantino movie.
Right.
All right, I'm going to say you knew it, Colin. I'm sorry I can't hear you still, but since you seem to know everything, which is great. Very impressive. All right, but great job, everybody. All right, that's going to be wrap it. I don't know what I'm saying today. I'm saying like virgins and other nonsense. Wrap it up for us tonight is what I'm trying to say. Before we go, so let's get some links again. So, Sam, why don't you start off with Hero Army? Where can people go for that?
Hero Army, I believe it's actually... I'm going to double check to make sure that I'm 100% right. It's Hero Army...
All right, well, Victoria, what's your page while she's looking that up?
Yeah.
Mine's just on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Torgy does cosplay. And I post all my other links on there, so it's one quick stop shop to find me.
Okay, well, can you... What is it, Sam?
It says the Hero Army of Intent to Sell Films. That's where you can find all of our Hero Army stuff. We post everything that you would need to know about Hero Army. Colin just messaged me. He said his cosplay page is Colen P Cosplay, and my own personal cosplay page is Remember the Face Cosplay, and you can also find me on Instagram. Colin also says his Instagram and Twitter handle are at TNS_big_C.
Awesome. Great. Please, yes, go follow, all that stuff to all these awesome people. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. It's always super fun having you guys on, and for Victoria for the first time, it was awesome having you on.
Yay! Thank you for having me.
It was so much fun to be back.
Thank you for Colin, you for the awesome singing as always. That's the thing now. You gotta sing every show.
If I have to.
She's like, oh, you forced me, I guess. Folks, once again, if you're watching and you can support the GoFundMe for my friend Carter Mason who passed away, that would be awesome. It's on the homepage of supergeekedup.com. You can get a link to that. Really appreciate it. We really appreciate all you guys who are watching live, or if you're watching in post or listening to the podcast. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. You guys are great. Remember, tomorrow, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we have our Thursday night Dungeons & Dragons live stream. It's going to be on our YouTube channel this time, youtube.com/supergeekedup/live. It's going to be streaming right there. There's going to be a chat on the right side. You can comment live as we're doing things, maybe get some stuff worked into the adventure we're doing. And we'll be sharing some of the comments live as well, like we do here. And please subscribe to us on that YouTube page, youtube.com/supergeekedup. We would appreciate that. And, of course, Twitter, we're at supergeekedup. Okay, so we'll be back next Monday. I don't know. Dude, seriously, what is wrong with me? Wendy. We'll be back next Wendy. Eat at Wendy's. That's what I need to do.
Okay,
all right.
Peter.
Nice. Next Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time with Super Geeked Up, and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern with Dungeons & Dragons. Thank you guys for watching, as always. We will see you next week. Until then, stay geeky, everybody. Bye.